Republicans are asking the Supreme Court to enforce the proof of citizenship law.
The GOP filed an emergency appeal with Justice Elena Kagan and want a decision by next week. Fox 10's Ashley Rodriguez is live from the state capitol tonight with details on this. Ashley?
The battle over whether voters should have to prove their citizenship to vote has been raging in Arizona for a decade now. But this month, Republicans want the Supreme Court to just come down to a firm and final decision. There's a lot of urgency there. The presidential election is right around the corner, and they say the border is wide open. Republicans are filing an emergency appeal, urging the Supreme Court to allow Arizona to enforce House Bill 2492. That's the proof of citizenship law. The law requires documented proof of citizenship to cast a ballot in the presidential election, including voting by mail. But it was challenged by pro-voting organizations and blocked by a federal judge.
I 100% believe that it's a rock-solid right of American citizens to vote, and I also 100% believe that people who are not American citizens shouldn't get to decide policy for people who live here.
Republicans claim that reinstating the law would ensure voter integrity during a time when what they call President Biden's open border policies are allowing for an influx of migrants. Right now in Arizona, people who cannot provide proof of citizenship can only vote in federal elections, not state, unless the MVD has their records. And every vote counts in Arizona, a critical swing state in this election.
Look how close the presidential vote in Arizona was between Biden and Trump in 20, right? And 21,000, right, or so. So there is concern that any votes, right, given Arizona's notorious for our super close elections.
But a Brennan Center for Justice study says voting by non-citizens is rare. They found out of 23.5 million votes cast in the 2016 election, there was only an estimated 30 incidents of suspected non-citizen voting, or 0.0001% of the votes cast. Instead, the organizations who challenged the law argue HB 2492 only disenfranchises people who don't have access to citizenship documents. The DNC writing in a statement, Trump and Republicans' only strategy is to desperately attempt to undermine our democracy and attempt to restrict Arizonans' right to vote. It won't work.
Reckless politicians and wealthy donors will stop at nothing to try and block the voices of majority of Arizonans. And this is exactly that. It's a voter suppression bill.
So if Democrats want to challenge the Republicans' request, they have to do so by this Friday. Now, Justice Kagan can decide the case by herself, or she can choose to bring in her 8 colleagues on the Supreme Court to help her out. Republicans are asking that the Supreme Court come down with a decision by next Thursday, August 22nd. We'll keep you updated. We'll send it back to you in the studio.